What's going on, YouTube? Welcome in. Today we had a beautiful build for you. Today we're building the H6 Flow RGB. It's been a couple weeks since we built one. I think last one was Bree Easy's build, which we'll put up right here if you guys want to check it out. Today's build, 7800X3D, 4070 Ti Super, 6000 CL30 RAM, and a 2TB NVMe drive. On top of that, it's all white out. We're talking white out H6 Flow RGB, LS 720 cooler, white Delta RAM, white RGB fans coming in for an extra LS or FC 120 fan in the rear exhaust, and then we got some Thermalright fans on down the bottom to bring in fresh air into this case. 4070 Ti Super, it's gonna be nice silver with a Ventus OC overclocked version, absolutely killer. This is a phenomenal system. Like, people ask us all the time, what would you build? What would you run? This right here, absolutely killer combo. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button as well and help us with the algorithm over here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well, because only about 10% of our viewers over here on YouTube actually subscribe to our channel. And remember, if you want to catch us live, unedited, raw, like I am right now, recording this intro and butchering it, you can join us any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/sins at 10 a.m. Eastern. We hope to see you soon. We got a beauty today. Look at those beautiful parts. Sheesh. Let's start getting all the parts down off the top here. We got an absolutely beautiful board too. We have the B650 Edge board today. Let's go above cam. Let's get our motherboard out and get started. Sorry about that. I was late today because we had a water water heater go out on us at home. So it's been a fun 24 hours. There it is, chat. There's that beautiful B650 Edge. What CPU is that? 7800X3D today, going down the socket. I know we're getting a little sidetracked. Get all of our things we need here. 7800X3D, we say it all the time. If you're gonna be building a brand new CPU, a brand new system, it's one of the best CPUs to get, unless you're going like i7 or i9 for the high end. Because the 7800X3D is a high-end CPU. By all standards, this is a high-end CPU. The only thing that's gonna compete with it is the new 14th gen CPUs from the 14600K and up. Obviously, more the 14.7 and the 14.9 are really going to compete with it. The 1390K as well. But in terms of price per watt, price per dollar, it is the best performing CPU on the market. Let's get this down in the socket. The socket's looking super clean. No issues, no bent pins, as we would come to expect out of a brand new motherboard coming in from MSI. Down in we go with the 7800X3D on the socket. Drop it right in. Slatch this bad boy down. There we go. Next will be our NVMe drive. Love these little thermal pads they have down here. They're been a pain to get at some of these MSI ones. There we go. NVMe drive down and in. 2TB KT3000 drive today. Plenty of storage, one of the best drives on the market. Down and in we go. There we go. Let's get our standoffs for the LS 720. All in, and then we'll work on our RAM next. Let's get our RAM today. A 6000 CL30 TEAMGROUP Delta RGB. Beautiful RAM. There we go. 6000 CL30 down and in, there we go. Let's start about the board real quick before we get the case out. B650 Edge, board coming in from MSI, beautiful white and silver aesthetic. 7800X3D down on the socket. We have our standoffs in place for the LS 720 cooler today. A 2TB NVMe drive in the primary Gen 5, also Gen 4 slot 1. And then we've also got 6000 CL30 as well coming in from Team the Delta RGB. Phenomenal setup right here. We'll slide to the side and let's get working on our case. H6 Flow RGB in white today. Beautiful case today, absolutely beautiful case. Get our panels off. All right, let's go top down. Get this beautiful motherboard down and in. The edge board looks so good in this case. It really does. There it is. I mean, look at that. All right, last screw up here. Before we move on to setting our front panel connections in, start running some of that RGB. There we go. Your front close up as we spin this around. Let's just look at it. Would you look at that? Would you look at it? Start working on our front panel connections. Type-C, USB 3, front panel headers, and then our HD audio. There is our USB 3.0 header with our USB Type-C. And over we go with our front panel HD audio. Or sorry, our front panel connections on our HD audio. HD audio will be later. Front panel connections are in. And we start working on our bottom fans. Flip it sideways, get our two 140mm PWM fans for the bottom. These beautiful Thermalrights. These are gorgeous fans. The TLB 14s. Nice white PWM fans for the bottom from Thermalright. Second fan going in. There we go. All right, let's work on the cables for these fans. Fan header, system fan header. All right, get these zipped down and in. They're really, yeah, they're the right color. That's why I like them. I went with these. The Arctics are pretty good, but the Arctics have like a kind of a creamy color to them. So I was like, let's go with these Thermalrights. They looked really good when I saw them. And then I've used their other Thermalright products before. They're pretty good. I mean, for like more like budget. But the crazy part is they're budget, but they're in premium, because what they're doing is they're just going directly to like retail, and they're not like putting crazy name and margin on them. So you're getting a really good product. That's what people actually don't know about Thermalright. is they're almost identical to a lot of other manufacturers out there. They're just not putting crazy margins on them, and they're just going right to consumer, like via e-commerce. So they're actually pretty good quality products. Let's work on, so you can see our cable management in the back looking really nice and neat. So far we have to address all these cables over here on the side, but looking nice and neat so far up the main channel. The cables on the bottom zip tied nice and neat. Now we're gonna work on our power supply. We have a A50G from MSI today, ATX 3.0 power supply. Start working on these cables. Here's our A50G from MSI. Get our cables out that we need. We will need one SATA today. And we have our 24-pin main, CPU 1, CPU 2, and then our 12-volt high power cable. There we go. All of our cables there. All these extra cables will go into the bag here. There we go. There's our power cables. Get this in the back here. 1, 2. There we go. The 24-pin main. Let me start working on the RGB. You can see all the cables, all the power cables ran. Looking good on the back. There we go. I'll show you what we just did there. That's our RGB. Now we work on these fans. And the fan and the RGB that comes factory in the case here, which is just an absolute mess. I mean, just all these cables like that. So we're gonna clean this up a little bit as best we can. We are close. I just need to start working on the rest of the cables, zip them up over here on the side, clean them up. Then move on to the cooler and the rear fan. Here's the wiring on the back. There we go. Oh, so we're pretty much all done except for the rear fan and the pump header. All our wiring is mostly done. This is what I don't like. They just give you all this kind of braided nonsense. So it's in there good. It's all zip tied nice and clean on the sides, just not like my main channel, which looks really neat. So then we have the SATA tucked over into the hard drive tray, so you can add more hard drive, things like that. It's all the power right there he needs. Let's start working on the rear fan and our cooler. We'll hook them up with one more existing rear fan, or RGB rear fan. Start working on this cooler. There we go. Look at those fans running nice and good. All right, looks great. Start working on the pump. Up and around with our cables, RGB circuit to connect, and then our pump header. All right, there we go. We get a couple screws in really quick to hold this in place. There we go. There it is, looking good there. All right, let's work on the rest of this AIO. I'm gonna spin this around so you guys can see it. Guys, get this GPU out. Look at that. That build's looking good, huh? Time for the 4070 Ti Super. Cable management's clean for all the RGB and trimmer and all the daisy chain we got going on back there. Looking clean. 2 or 3 slot, I can't remember off the top of my head. Beautiful 3 fan, of course. 2 slot are good. Okay, there it is. I got a lot of cellophane to take off. There it is. 4070 Ti Super today. Time to put this bad boy in, chat. And we go with the 4070 Ti Super, a little funk action here. A little funkage. 4070 Ti Super, MSI, Ventus OC. There you go, 3, 2, 1. There's a thunk. Heard that one. There we go, up and over. Look at that, it's like perfect. There we go, look at that, perfect. All right, there it is, chat. Let's get some panels on it. See how to light this bad boy up, all right? We gotta make it look official, right, chat? Sheesh.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come over, hang out, chat it up with us, and watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.